This week, Ken and I recap our week, and surprise to no one, we focus a lot on some new food spots we tried. Then, the majority of the episode is going to be spent with Ken doing a passionate deep dive into a rant on the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man films. And then finally, we wrap it up with our weekly ins and outs. Thanks for tuning in.
Okay. I don't fear no man, but I'ma still put 60 in this Drake. Set it off like Queen Latifah, nigga playing with my cake. Split the bag up with my brother, 50-50 what we made. I can't let no nigga eat that ain't contribute to this plate.
Welcome back, listeners. I'm your host, Ken.
I'm your host, Kiki.
And we are now in mid-April.
Oh, wow.
Tax day has passed.
Damn, got none of my
no refund.
no resolutions are completed or being worked on. Okay, this is sobering. This is a real moment for reflection.
Let's get into our weekly rundown. Anything notable happen for you this week?
Okay, yeah, let's start. First of all, Sunday, Thai food. Delicious.
Yes.
Unique. Interesting. Effervescent.
We were the only people in this restaurant.
Yes.
Which left us having impeccable service. It was not too in your face, dropping by every 2 seconds. It was very appropriate in the check-ins. The food was delicious, but we spent a pretty penny for the three of us to be eating.
It also seemed like unique, like maybe normal menu items, but definitely not like your regular degular Thai place.
Yeah.
It was fancier inside for sure. I also really like they didn't ask anything about spice level. They just made it the way that they thought you should consume it.
And it was spicy and at the perfect spice level for me, at least, where I could definitely feel the heat, but still taste the flavor.
Yes, exactly. And those water refills were, timely, and it was good.
Because that's another one of my growing pet peeves is going to restaurants that are attempting to be like fancier or more upscale. And they're giving us, this happened when we went to an Indian restaurant recently where the water glass is like a tumbler.
Can you please get me an adult size water glass?
Just leave the pitcher at this point.
You're pissing me off.
Because I am going to gobble that drink up in 2 sips.
Yeah.
Now you need to come back. You're bothering the flow of things. So even though this place did kind of have like a similar, where it's like a flat bottomed wine glass type of water glass, the refills were flowing appropriately, I felt. So
agreed. And then speaking of restaurants, I also went to a nice steak lunch this week for a friend's birthday. I want to talk about this birthday thing a little bit, but to wrap up maybe my food of the week rundown, we go to this restaurant and, it's pretty nice. The first thing that happens is one of my friends who is also there orders a mimosa, and they serve it, and it was in a Manhattan glass. I'd never seen that before. So when they brought it to the table, I said,
"That's new.
Oh, a Manhattan glass. That's unique."
I had never seen that
before. I've never seen that. That's definitely different.
And you knew, it was a Manhattan glass distinctly different from a martini glass.
Yes.
Okay.
A martini glass is like this. A Manhattan glass is like, I don't know how to say, curved.
Yeah.
More. And usually mimosa is served in a champagne flute, maybe a wine glass if you're making it thick. But, they're like, never in a Manhattan glass. Like, wow. Definitely different. And then, so we order our entrees, and I ordered the filet mignon as close to medium as you can get it without it being butterflied, because that's what I want. I'd rather it be a little more red than them chop my steak up for me before I have the chance to have it served to me.
Oh, my salad chopped, not my steak.
Exactly. So when we're waiting for our entrees, they come over like, we're going to give you a little free appetizer stuff they have into the kitchen. My friend's like, well, whose food did they get wrong? And they're like, oh, they sliced the filet. I said, oh, they butterflied it even though I specifically requested that they don't. I got it. And I was like, so these moments where I'm like, damn, this is like, you can have an inside thought, I don't have to say it right there while the waiter's there. But overall, it was good. It was also very interesting because I don't know how to explain it. it was simplistic in the way that, like, you know, when you order from a steakhouse, and maybe this has happened at other restaurants we've been to, where they just served your steak on the plate and then the sides on the side. Mm-hmm. But the plate was so starkly white and big, it just looked like there was a piece of meat slapped on the middle of the plate, you know?
There's nothing else on the plate?
There was nothing else on the plate.
Were there no sides?
The sides were served in separate dishes on the side. So, but overall, it was a good experience. I think I'd go back. I actually have a friend coming to town. When is she here? Next weekend. I might make a reservation there for us.
I want to try this place.
Okay.
If I can invite myself.
It
You invited me this last time, but I didn't go because it was like a lunch. But yeah, I would go. I would be willing to try this place. So.
Okay, cool. So
did they have other things that were good that you guys ordered? Like with the free appetizer that they gave you, what was it? Like, was it good?
It was some sort of sashimi. I'm not a seafood gal, okay? So that's the other thing. The free appetizer was like, I actually can't eat seafood. So.
Do you mean like was it just thinly sliced fish in an arrangement? Was there like an oil or a jus?
It was like good as soy sauce.
Okay.
Topped with jalapeno and maybe some sort of red pepper, not bell, and then some.
So you didn't even try it?
I did try it.
Oh, okay. It was
good. It didn't taste that fishy.
Good.
Yeah. So it was actually good. But, you know, I don't normally eat seafood, so I was like, wouldn't have been my pick. We also got a beef tartare. And you won't know this, but producer will appreciate this. Well, first of all, the bread was a little burnt, but I didn't know if that was part of the flavor profile they were trying to serve with the tartare. It was one of the more spicier tartares I've ever had, so it was very interesting. It wasn't bad, but it was like I don't know. I would describe beef tartare as more salty, tangy than spicy.
Okay.
So, yeah. Anyways.
That was your food journey?
That was my food journey so far this week. This restaurant in the middle of the day deal is part of a birthday, I guess, weekend for one of my friends. You ever meet those people that are like, I've never had a good birthday before in my life?
No.
You know? Yeah. Sometimes people are like, oh, I don't really like celebrating my birthday because, you know, maybe birthdays past left a lot to be desired. And then, you know, I'm like, well, let's try to fix that.
I mean, we go all out for our birthdays.
Exactly.
We don't know what
So
that's like.
Now I'm in this multi-day celebration and I'm a little exhausted, but I think it'll wrap up tonight. And then, you know, even though they're not birthday people, all of a sudden they become it's my birthday weekend ass bitch. Like, okay, I know. So, but last night we did karaoke, and I did Niggas in Paris with the only other black girl in that bar, and I got on the mic and I said, no one's allowed to sing along unless you're black, okay? I don't want to hear any N-words out there from the audience. Let us handle it.
Was that received?
It was received. I had shooters in the crowd making sure. So, and then I also got called up to do All I Do Is Win, which I don't know that song well enough. So,
No.
But it is what it is. And I think overall karaoke was a good time.
Well, it's the last night, so hopefully you'll make it through.
Yeah, and then we're doing family dinner tomorrow.
Yes, we have plans. I keep trying to push our mom into being the person who makes the plans. She's been doing this fun thing where she comes up with an idea, but then like she's not willing to take it the step further in like executing the idea. It's almost like she wants you or I to do that. And so I keep pushing back, which to her annoyance is probably like a frustrating endeavor, but I'm just going to keep pushing. I got to keep pushing back.
Yeah.
Because she'll call me and she'll be like, well, what do you think about this? And I'm like, sounds great. Set it up. Okay, well, you and your sister, you guys have such busy lives. You know, you guys have all these plans. And I'm like, well, you just got to put it out there. You got to put the time out there. You got to put the place out there. Like, you know, you just got to communicate it. We have a group chat.
Yeah.
Do it up. So
do it up big time.
Yeah. So we're doing that tomorrow, and I'm actually looking forward to it. I haven't been there in a while. Last time I went, I don't think I enjoyed it very much, but you know, I've been craving pizza lately, so I'm interested to see what's going on over there.
What about Domino's?
No. You know, it's interesting though, because I am watching the Peacock Network a lot, and they keep fucking showing me Papa John's and Domino's ads. Like,
Papa John's.
I'm like, okay. Clearly the universe wants me to eat pizza in my 25-day challenge. It's going real well, guys. It's going real well. As you can see, results abound, as you can see. My food journey this week involved picking up Nothing Bundt cake. They had a strawberry cheesecake swirl edition that I wanted to try. I didn't want to wait 2 days. Someone happened to be like in the general vicinity of a Nothing Bundt cake, and it was convenient for them to pick one up 2 days ago. You will be happy to know that, like the Dubai chocolate version that they had, where it shows this beautiful swirl on the website, and you're like, oh, it's going to be riddled throughout. No. It's an illusion.
Nary a swirl?
Nary a swirl. Nary a speckling of strawberry. So it was just fine.
Okay.
I saved you the calories.
I feel like you're lying to save face, but it's okay.
I ate all of it, despite it being fine. So, doesn't take much to appease my taste buds, clearly. But it was okay.
What else have you tried without me?
Well, we were just talking about this. You came over and said, I woke up craving a BLT. And my immediate thought was like, great, now I want a sub from this shop that's down the street from us. And you said you had never tried it.
Yeah.
So I've tried that without you. You should try it. It's really good.
Okay, we'll see.
This week was boring for me, quite honestly, except I do have a friend who wanted to invite me out to a comedy show. And I have never been to one since moving here. I've been to one other comedy show in my life. That was back when I lived in Boston. So that's how long it's been. So I was like, you know what? I work from home. I barely leave my house. Yeah, let me agree to do this activity. And it was actually a lot of fun.
Cool.
It was just nice to kind of get out and be on the town. We connected with you over karaoke briefly and then, called it a night. So
say yes to life.
I am trying to actively engage myself to leave the house more. I feel like I got so comfortable during COVID and I thrived. I loved the fact that I didn't have to be out there in the world with people. I now feel like I really need to get out and do more stuff. So
I think that's a great idea. I've decided I need to check the weather to see if you could use your pool. It's getting a little hot on Monday.
Well, I only have 2 this weekend, next weekend, and then I'm in Hawaii.
It's time.
I'm not ready.
For full starvation. Okay? No more food. You just lay down,
water,
and sleep for 2 weeks. It'll do the body wonders.
I just need that Mickey Mouse meme of him slicing the almond and passing the paper thin almond over to Donald. Just need the barest of sustenance. What were we watching where it was kind of a joke where it was Brooklyn Nine-Nine, where they're on that diet. It's I'm just sucking on an almond. And then someone knocks it out of Amy's mouth. That's the diet I need.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty much it for my weekly rundown stuff. There is something that I've been watching this week that I have a whole rant on that I want to get into. And I just need to know if and when you're going to be ready for it so that I can...
Okay. How long of a rant are we talking?
I don't know. I guess we'll see. I'm sure you'll have thoughts.
I need to diaper up?
Prob's not. It's not going to be an hour-long rant.
Okay.
So I think we briefly had mentioned in one of our recent episodes that there is an entire Spider-Man catalog that exists. There's the Tobey Maguires, those are 3 films. There's the Andrew Garfield's 2 films, and then there are the 3 Tom Holland films.
4.
There's 4 Tom Holland?
They're going to release another one this year.
Oh, okay. Well, no one's seen that, so...
I said coming 4.
There are currently 8 Spider-Man films in recent memory. Live-action
9,
Spider-Man.
No, 8, yeah.
Okay. The rant's changing. And my spouse had never seen Spider-Man 3, Tobey Maguire. So he came up with this brilliant idea, everyone, to watch the Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans. Now, it's been a good
amount
time,
of time. Yeah.
since I...
4 years for the first one.
No one is announcing our
needs
age. Exactly.
That's how long the movie's been out. And nothing
I don't need people to know that I watched it probably in theaters, okay? So shut your mouth. Anyways, enough interruptions of my rant, please. So my spouse comes up with the idea, like, let's watch them, probably inspired by our conversation. Okay, so we get into Spider-Man number 1. First of all, William Dafoe's great.
Yeah.
Did not realize or remember that James Franco is in this movie.
Yeah, he's big time in those movies.
Immediate regret.
Huge role. Huge role. Huge role.
In all 3 of them. Immediate regret. We don't support alleged creeps. And watching these films, first of all, the first movie is insane because that movie makes the famous upside down Spider-Man kiss. Okay. Mary Jane is a completely unlikable character in these Spider-Man movies. Did not remember this, but Kirsten Dunst is Mary Jane. Fine. However, you're in a fully realized relationship with James Franco's character, Harry Goblin. That's what I'm going to call him because I don't remember his last name. Osborn. She's in a relationship with him and is like getting saved by Spider-Man and is like, okay, it's like drenching, pouring rain. You know, Kirsten Dunst was in this era of her career. She didn't like wearing bras when she performed in these movies or any movies. Crazy Beautiful is one of my favorite Kirsten Dunst's.
Coerced into performing without a bra. Don't know.
Well, I mean, either way, it's like, you know, free them. I don't care. But, you know, the rain definitely was adding to an air of this.
Yeah.
But she's over here kissing a stranger, a spider stranger. And you're like, okay, so you're just going to like totally cheat on your boyfriend and we're rooting for this? We're rooting for this?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm always just supporting women's rights and wrongs.
Okay, fine. I get it.
I didn't realize that they were together already, I guess.
They're like dating secretly, but Spider-Man knows because he's Spider-Man. Okay, fine. Understandable. We get into the Green Goblin. He's upset. First of all, he just straight up murked his board of directors, straight vaporized them in this movie. Jump scare, like, okay, they're just skeletons, literally. And then is like mad at Spider-Man, decides he's going to kill Spider-Man by throwing his discus, the one that he flies around on. But, Spider-Man has reflexes, jumps out of the way, straight impales him in the dick. Straight up impales him in the dick.
Impales who?
William Dafoe's character, the Green Goblin.
So the Green Goblin impales his own self on his...
Yes! So he pretty much kills himself, right? And then Tobey, with like half of his mask, he's like, you know, let me return this corpse without his Green Goblin suit on to... Yes.
Remember the last wish.
I don't care about the last wish. This is the thing. You care about the last wish. I don't care about the last wish. Green Goblin's like, just don't let Harry know. Don't let my son know. And so the solution to fulfilling this wish for him is, let me return this corpse. I've stripped him of his Green Goblin suit. I've wrapped him in a cloak of some sort. Let me put him on the chaise in the study of this penthouse and, you know, mansion while Harry walks in. Great reflexes, Spider-Man. Great fucking reflexes, by the way. Let me put him in here. And now Harry's got a vendetta against Spider-Man because Spider-Man killed my daddy.
It's always a daddy situation.
Exactly. Okay. We haven't even gotten to the most ridiculous plot that I'm currently in right now. Anyways, the villain in this movie is William Dafoe. He kills himself, but by impaling himself in the dick, by the way. Like, that is also, like, it's just wild. Okay, we get to the second film.
Is this Jamie Foxx?
Girl, no. That's going to be Andrew Garfield, I'm pretty sure. No, the villain in the second movie, who is the villain? Okay, so Doc Ock, Alfred Molina. Excellent actor. But let's just talk about the ridiculousness of this. Mind you, in the first movie, Mary Jane eventually, like, William Dafoe is trash to Mary Jane. He's like, she's practically street garbage, and is like talking about her in the hallway on Thanksgiving that they're having, and Harry doesn't stick up for her, and she's like, we're done. And all she can think about is this upside down kiss she had with Spider-Man. We get to movie 2. She confessed her feelings to Tobey's character. She, he's like, I can't because I'm Spider-Man, I'm going to have enemies and that puts her in danger. So he's like, I can't, Mary Jane, whatever. Anyways,
Does she know he's Spider-Man?
Not yet.
Okay.
So in the second movie, she is actually becoming a successful actress. But she's in a relationship with the character who played Elijah from the Originals and the Vampire Diaries series. Great series. Did not expect him to be there. Seeing a lot of people in these movies that I'm like, wow, what a come up.
Humble beginnings.
Wow,
yeah.
Okay, how do I want to describe this movie? So the ridiculous plot points. So first of all, Tobey's being Spider-Man and he's failing his classes. He's just being a real piece of shit. He's not showing up to support Mary Jane in her play. He's making promises, but he's got to go save the city.
Okay.
Apparently the police are completely useless,
Okay,
which we know.
yeah.
But, he's got to go save the city. Doc Ock is like, I'm going to control fusion with AI-powered robot arms somehow. Okay. That didn't work. Now they're fused into your body. And he's like, I need money so that I can redo this fusion experiment. So I'm going to go rob a bank in middle Manhattan. So he walks into the bank. Mind you, this cartoon bank has a vault in the middle of the bank. Like this ginormous vault door. Just so happens to be the bank that Tobey and his Aunt May are trying to get a loan from Joel McHale.
Okay.
Tell me why Aunt May, first of all, is 230 years old. Okay? She's 230 years old. You're telling me that this lady doesn't outright own this home? That it's being foreclosed on? You want me to suspend my belief that she didn't buy this home in, the outskirts of Manhattan for $25 back in 1932? Right. And she still has to pay a mortgage on this?
She probably got one of those upside reverse mortgages at her old age that they scam old people with.
Okay, yeah. They must have scammed her. So here's Doc Ock, okay, with his fucking ridiculous self, just walking into the bank. Oh, I see the vault. It's right here in the middle of the bank floor. No, going through the caverns of the bank. No. The vault's just right here in the lobby. Takes 2 bags of gold from this vault. And you're telling me that this is enough to fund your experiment to rebuild your fusion reactor or whatever? Okay, whatever. Harry's on his nonsense about Spider-Man killed my daddy. He really is mad at Tobey because Tobey keeps taking pictures of Spider-Man and is like, why don't you tell me who Spider-Man is? You seem to have a really good relationship with him. Tell me who Spider-Man is.
Yeah.
Okay. All of this to say, the movie is ridiculous, but yet again, we find ourselves in another plot point where Mary Jane is in a relationship with another man, and all she wants to do is be kissing Spider-Man. She's like, let me kiss this guy upside down and see if I feel the same tingle in my spine that I did when I kissed Spider-Man upside down in the rain. Turns out she doesn't. But what does she do? Does she say, hey, I don't think we should get married? No. She says, in the span of 2 months from when he proposed to the time they get married in this lavish ceremony in the middle of Manhattan, she decides on the wedding day that she's just going to go find Tobey Maguire in his rundown piece of shit apartment, whatever fucking building he lives in, and call the wedding off.
Girl, I'm really confused about her Spider-Man versus Tobey thing because she doesn't know he's Spider-Man, right?
No, she doesn't know he's Spider-Man, but they've been neighbors for so long, and I don't know what connections or dots she's throwing to make herself think that he's probably a better kisser than anyone she's ever been with, because the guy can barely speak to her, quite honestly.
It's like how she keeps chasing this upside down kiss.
I don't know, I don't know why.
And Tobey.
I also need to talk about the ridiculous of the scene because this man, who is her fiance, is an astronaut. Okay? Is an astronaut.
The astronaut and the actress. Classic combo.
He's lounging at home in his shirt It says NASA right here. In case you forgot, this guy's an astronaut, guys. Okay? It says NASA. Just wearing his NASA shirt around the house. Okay. A little too on the nose. There's just so much nonsense in this movie. And I just find myself being like, this is a ridiculous movie. And these people are also unlikable. I'm finding it really hard to root for you, girl. Like, Jesus. Okay. At the end of movie 2, I don't even know how this happened. Harry sees his father in a mirror. William Dafoe is talking to him from beyond the grave. You have to avenge me, son. You must avenge me. This must be the Green Goblin suit from behind the mirror, because he eventually throws something at the mirror and finds out the Green Goblin suit and his little discus are just waiting inside of this little secret enclave.
So the suit was sentient?
I don't know what's going on because now I'm like, wait, Tobey Maguire, his name's Peter Parker. I don't know why I keep calling him Tobey Maguire. Peter Parker delivered this naked man with his dick impaled into a chaise. What did he do with the suit? What did he do? Are you telling me there were 2 and he just left them at the scene? I don't understand. Or did he also then deliver the suit and the disc, the flying thing, to the secret cave? I don't understand. So I'm like, okay, so now what's going on here?
Okay.
We get into movie 3. Girl, now I got Spider-Man. Gwen Stacy shows up, by the way. And throughout these movies, they all keep having
Gwen
these.
Stacy in this? Like, who's the actress?
Don't know who the actress is. You won't know her either.
You don't know what I know.
It's kind of unimportant. Someone who's blonde that's not supposed to be blonde.
It's Bryce Dallas Howard.
Yeah.
I would know who that was.
Someone who's blonde that's not supposed to be blonde.
Don't ever tell me who.
I
don't know
actually did not know who that was. I did not realize that was Bryce Dallas Howard. There are a lot of Easter eggs in these films. I'm like, is that Elizabeth Banks? Yeah, that's Elizabeth Banks working at the Daily Bugle, girl. Anywho. Okay. So Gwen Stacy is in Peter Parker's science class. She apparently knows science questions and answers, so that's how they know each other. Peter Parker is really letting the fame of Spider-Man get to his head. And he's becoming a bad friend to, Mary Jane. He's like not really paying attention to the fact that she got this bad review and got fired from her play. There's 45 plots happening in this fucking movie, by the way. So Gwen
They're
Stacy's
still not together?
They finally get together because she left her man at the altar. She was like, I love you. And he's like, I'm Spider-Man. And she's like, okay, but we can still be together. Great. That was a great kiss. I love you. Let's just be together. And he's like, okay, fine.
Okay, so
Lady won't leave me alone. So this movie, Gwen Stacy's in Peter's class. Great. The next time we see Gwen Stacy, she's modeling for something. We also find out that she is the daughter of a police captain. Okay, that's Gwen Stacy's character and introduction to this. Harry's still mad at Peter. They're on the outs. They're having a little tiff. But Harry, he's going into some chamber and getting Green Goblin, vapors or something going on. And he's like, I'm going to go fucking find Spider-Man. I'm going to fight him. Spider-Man knocks the shit out of Harry. Okay, Harry hits his head, wakes up with fucking amnesia, forgets that his dad's dead, forgets that he's mad at Peter for, protecting Spider-Man's identity from him. So they're pretending to be good old friends, good old pals right now.
Did he forget that he was in a relationship with?
Kinda. Yeah.
Does he think they're still together?
This man woke up with amnesia, he's still remembers high school as his last memories.
Okay.
And he's just goofy grinning all over the place. It's bizarre. Honestly, where's this plot point gonna go? Okay, but we know that he put on some suit and he's also flying around on a snowboard of sorts, or a skateboard of sorts. Not as good as Spider-Man, but that'll probably come up in the mix. There's a man who escapes from prison. We don't know why he was in prison just yet, but he escapes from prison. He goes to a facility. He decides, I'm going to go over the fence into this facility, which apparently has a large fusion science reactor in the middle of this facility, this open field that even though they put a fence around, don't enter. They're just vaporizing sand, and he gets caught up in the middle of it. Now he's Sandman.
Okay.
So lots happening.
I'm following along.
Yeah. Spider-Man, everyone in the city is like, oh my God, Spider-Man, you're amazing. We love you. Thank you so much. And Gwen Stacy's like, Spider-Man saved me from falling from this building, so I get to give him the keys to the city. And so he drops in his fucking goofy ass, upside down on his little web like a little spider. And he's like, hey girl, give him a little kiss. They'll love it. Meanwhile, Mary Jane and Harry in the audience, like, oh, this is great. Yeah, Spider-Man, blah, blah, blah. And, there's Mary Jane watching Gwen Stacy get the same upside-down kiss she got. Next scene, cut 2. He's at a restaurant. Okay, Sam Axe from Burn Notice.
Yes,
Bruce Campbell is also in these movies. He's playing the maitre d' at this French restaurant. Literally, cut to next scene after this whole kiss situation. Cut to next scene. Spider-Man wants to propose to Mary Jane. Okay? So he invites her. Oh, I'd like to put this little tiny baby diamond ring that my grandmother gave me that I coerced out of her in a weird way. I'm going to put that in a little champagne flute, ask my girl Mary Jane to marry me. Meanwhile, he has no idea that she's been fired from the play that she got a bad review for. Dude, you just kissed a stranger. What the fuck? Gwen Stacy also happens to be at this restaurant the same night that he's there, and it's like, oh my God, Peter! Hey, what's up? And he's like, she's just my lab partner. Just my lab partner in my science physics class or whatever. Mary Jane's like, you got me fucked up. Only I'm allowed to kiss people when I'm in relationships with other people. You are supposed to be some nerd that I just fell in love with. And the person that Spider-Man killed in movie 1, who he thought killed his Uncle Ben, the police captain's like, hey, it wasn't that guy. It was the Sandman guy. They don't know it's Sandman, but this is an escaped convict. That's who killed. It makes no sense. I don't know where this is going. I still have an hour left of this third movie.
Has Venom even came yet?
Oh, I forgot. Another plot point in this movie. When Mary Jane and Spider-Man are out on some date, first of all, the date is he put a web together and they're laying in the middle of the web. First of all, no, we're not doing that. But they're stargazing. And a primordial ooze makes its way onto the Earth's surface nearby. Tracks along. Anyways, it becomes, in Spider-Man's suit or whatever. Black Spider-Man suit, apparently. I don't know what the official name is. They call it the symbiote? Symbiote? The symbiote. So yeah, the symbiote's there. I don't know where and how that's going to play into it, but apparently there's another character named Venom that Tom Hardy will eventually play. Topher Grace is in this movie. I think he's going to become... I don't know what's going on, girl. There's 13,000 plot points taking place.
The movie's only 2 hours.
The movie's only 2 hours. Some of this is so nonsensical. I'm like, I can't stand this. So I can't wait to get to Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland. Where are you watching this? Disney Plus.
I need to join you on this. Well, I need to start a journey while yours is ending.
Yeah. I think it's... I'm enjoying watching the movies because I haven't seen these in so long. And it's really making me appreciate the Tom Holland ones. Like, tighten ups over there because this is becoming a whole mess. And I mean, every time I sit down and watch it, I go on at least a 20-minute rant while we're watching it because I'm like, this is ridiculous. I can't believe they want us to believe that this is going on.
Different times.
I still can't get over the whole concept of her foreclosure. I'm just like, there's no way that this woman hasn't fully outright owned her home for at least the last 20 years. So I don't know what about
Where are
right
Uncle
now.
Ben's death benefits? What's happening? What are we doing with the money?
I mean, it must have only cost you $40,000 for this house.
Facts.
Like, you're telling me that this man worked for the city for the past 25 years and he ain't got no pension? Anyhow, I just find it hard to believe.
Wow.
Now, Marissa Tomei's Aunt May, I can buy this. There's no Uncle Ben to worry about.
Okay.
I can't wait to see what happens with Gwen Stacy in the second movies because they're introducing her late in these movies, and we all know what happens to Gwen Stacy in the movies,
Yeah.
Bam.
I need to do a quick Google refresh what happens in the comics. Don't. I'll find out on my own. Well, that was a great rant. It did make me want to watch the movies and fully immerse myself into what you're going through. So
I appreciate that. Yeah, it's definitely a journey. Yeah. James Osborne's amnesia arc, quite entertaining because James Franco's just like a fucking laughing buffoon on screen after he's got amnesia. He's just like, oh, wow, man, look at this. And you're just like, bro, you don't even know. Don't even know what's going on. Must be nice. The happy idiot.
Yeah.
I ain't got anything else. that was the only topic I had for myself this week. I feel like I need to rewatch The Real Housewives of Rhode Island. I've watched all 3 episodes as they've come out, but I'm having like a memory issue where I'm like realizing that I'm doing other things while I'm watching them, like I do with all of the franchises, but I'm not retaining the stuff that I should probably be retaining.
Yeah.
So
I need to start over too, because last week when you were talking about they went walking on those big moon shoes, I was like, maybe I haven't seen this episode.
Yeah.
I don't recall that at all.
So yeah, last week I was sharing with you that I'm watching Married to Medicine. I just finished season 1. I'm watching the reunion. I don't know what I feel about it. I'm like, should I continue giving this a chance? I've not been part of any online discourse, so I'm not sure if I don't know any future plot points that I'm like, oh, I'm interested in seeing how this all plays out. So what I was asking my husband was like, for background, like, what are your thoughts on, like, I kind of want to go and back into like the Real Houses of Atlanta, Beverly Hills. I've not ever really been invested in New Jersey, but I'm like, oh, maybe I could watch New Jersey. And so I was asking him, and he's like, isn't there a New York? And I was like, okay, since you're from New York, you think like that's gonna be fun? Because he's like, I don't want to watch 17 seasons of Atlanta. First of all, those are the best 17 seasons of your life.
For that. Okay.
Yeah, you don't even know. Like, you don't even know,
buddy,
bro.
That's something only an idiot would say.
Yeah, because first of all, like that's got to be that's prime entertainment.
Yeah,
prime
it's literally
entertainment.
the best.
Like hands down. So I think what I want to do is I think I want to watch a season at a time, but not be stuck on one series. Like,
That's smart.
I think I want to restart with Beverly Hills. Restart is rough because there's some things that I think they aired on Beverly Hills that are very difficult.
Yeah.
There's Kim Richards and Taylor Armstrong, which I'm like, those are things we probably shouldn't have been watching. Anyways, there's a lot of stuff, but I'm like, I kind of want to like maybe do like Beverly Hills, New York, New Jersey.
I feel like producers are gonna hate season 1 of New York, and he deserves to be tortured with that. But old school
Rhody, New York is so good though.
Old school Rhody is a good one.
Yeah,
it's a good one. But Bethany Frankel is
yikes.
Yeah, I mean back then maybe less so, but now
she became really like her and Jill's relationship breakdown really bothered me on the show. But I freaking love Alex McCord?
Yeah.
And her freaking weird ass husband. Like, I just love them.
They're still together.
They're so funny.
They're
like, I
fucking
love
hilarious.
So I'm like, actually, New York.
Woo, I'm a model.
I'm like, New York could actually be a vibe.
No, New York actually will be a vibe.
So I'm like, all right, like, so I think what I want to do is I want to kind of cycle through them so that I'm not like, okay, yeah, I'm 17 seasons into Atlanta. Like, I actually want the break in between.
Yeah, I think that's actually a good idea. I might do the same. I'm still in Salt Lake City. I'm season 3.
Oh my God.
Just watching. The Jen Shaw storyline is insane knowing what happens,
It's wild.
Just like everything that's happening. But
the fact that like I feel like Bravo should not have let her continue to be on the show while she was under investigation.
Dude, there's so many people that are under investigation. Someone in Real Housewives of Miami is under investigation right now. Maybe it was a husband. I'm like, at this point, Bravo and the feds are partners in crime. Like,
they gotta be.
They are fucking solving crimes top down.
Yeah.
Like here's the plan. Get them on the show.
Yeah,
Get the
they gotta
evidence.
be.
So,
because just watching this woman spend money when she's on, under investigation for alleged fraud is just not right.
when they're talking about how she has 18 assistants and they're like, where did the money come from? She's like, Sharif used to be a lawyer for 13 years. Okay. I mean, he does make probably $1 to $4 million for being a head coach of that team or coach of that team. But it's like, yeah, it ain't Shaw Chalet money, which they were renting,
Yeah,
so it's like,
I'm dropping $80,000 on some lady's birthday.
yes,
That's
exactly.
wild.
Exactly.
Wild.
So
I think that, I was just talking to someone about how I think what they released or like they have new contracts for the Salt Lake City, and I was watching Cynthia Bailey talk about this on one of the podcasts she was on, where someone was saying like they added they're not allowed to like leak stories to blogs, or like if they get because they get the screeners of the episodes. And so they'll like leak the stories ahead of time or whatnot. And like basically like Bravo was like, if you guys are caught doing that, you'll be fired.
So like they're telling people ahead of time what happens during the season?
Mm-hmm. And like that, the speculation is like it's really targeted towards Lisa Barlow, that like she's really guilty of that.
Yeah, I'm sure she is.
I
She lets
mean-
her get ahead of it and you know, or
Yeah, she wants to curate. She wants to produce the show, and it's like, girl. But what Cynthia was saying was that like none of the other contracts have ever had that before. So that's like a very unique to Salt Lake City issue. It sounds like, which as a viewer, it seems like that's a very unique to Salt Lake City issue. You know, from the perspective of me, who's like not invested in any of these blogs to begin with, that the self-production on the show has just gotten out of hand. So good luck to you. Mary leaves, but she'll come back, so it'll be worth.
I know, but it's like I'm
investment.
suffering through this dark season. You know, a lot's happening.
Yeah. I'm interested to see what they do for the next season. Like if they're inviting new people. Because I really actually like Bronwyn. I like Mary. I don't know if she'll come back. I mean,
I think she did. She was coming back.
it's going to be rough.
Yeah.
But like, I think it, you know, good to show us at the same time, like how someone gets through something like this at all, if possible. So I like Bronwyn. I like Angie. I like Mary. Heather, goodbye. Whitney, goodbye. Lisa, Meredith. You guys are all like, if you're not willing to bear it all, like don't bother coming back, honestly.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they will, and it'll just be annoying me.
I'm definitely at the. We don't talk about my marriage part where
Oh my God. I can't with
you know they said that Lisa was sucking some guy off for jazz tickets. I just like it's anyways, but yeah, I like this idea of getting into different seasons. Let's try. Well, I don't even want to try and do it at the same time because I don't know what your TV watching schedule is. It's like 24/7 up in this house, and I can't keep up. But I like what you're on. I feel like maybe I could do a couple episodes of New Jersey at a time.
Yeah.
And try to watch these people, but.
I mean, I don't know if I'm like, I never got into Dallas. I never got into Miami. So I'm not sure if I even want to explore them. I feel like I really want to explore the OG ones that I watched before.
Yeah.
And have missed like interim seasons, like Beverly Hills, New York. You know, I would be willing to do New Jersey for the new experience. And because I feel like Teresa would be like an interesting character to get to know. Because at some point I would like to go and watch House of Villains with I Love New York and Teresa.
Well, I got a jet.
Okay, so weekly ins and outs. So, in for me this week.
Wait, we didn't even do our intro of weekly ins and outs.
Okay, do it.
You got any weekly ins and outs?
Yeah, girl.
Okay.
In for me this week, I just listened to Dave Vinci's newest single, Pave the Way.
Ooh!
Certified platinum banger, as you all know.
Dang, he's dropping those bangers again. I can't wait. I don't think I listened to it. I was hoping he would release it.
He released it. Dave Vinci is one of our favorite artists. It looks like he's working on some logo stuff too. So I'm excited to see what the summer brings because your girl could use a new t-shirt to promote our favorite artists.
I would love it. I love a good band tee. As
yeah,
you know.
as we can see, we're both wearing them. But he had released a like preview of it earlier this week or last week, and I was like, oh my God, drop it right now. I need it right now.
Yeah, I was like, actually, you should have dropped it 3 days ago. That's when I needed it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I be listening to that on repeat. That's definitely in for me this week. What about you? Anything in for you?
I feel like it's not even, there's not even a competition of something being more in than that. So I don't want to, you know, I need to highlight just this moment and let that sit and stew.
Yeah. Invite all of you to go listen to Dave Vinci, specifically the newest single, Pave the Way. So we'll have to figure out if we can, maybe get some, add that to us. Because I feel like Pave the Way has a great beat that would complement our vibe as well.
Okay.
Anything out for you this week? Do you ever feel like, sometimes you be working in corporate America and you think to yourself, my ancestors were slaves, so I really shouldn't have to do this.
Yeah. Have you
things like
ever
that.
heard the song Modern Slavery by Quavo and
No.
Travis Scott? Yeah.
Quavo Huncho?
Yeah. They have a
Huncho
they have a Huncho Jack Huncho album. and their little collab album. That's how I'm feeling, you know.
I haven't heard it, so
Well, you gotta
I'll have
listen to it.
expand on that. Oh, okay.
I'll have to listen to it.
Okay.
But yes, I do feel like that. I feel like I need reparations.
And I feel like the reparations can come in the form of we will pay you 40 hours even if you only work
At
10.
$250K a year minimum, and I get a yearly annual increase and a
Juneteenth.
30% bonus.
Juneteenth off.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about not working at all.
Oh, yeah,
I'm talking about not working, but I get a regular
reps.
salary.
True reps.
Okay. I meant to rest.
Yeah, out for me this week is just labor. I'm mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually exhausted. I'm looking forward to this vacation because hopefully I can get some renewal and refreshment. But there's so much labor in life, and I'm just over it.
I think out for me this week is you going places and trying things and not getting me anything. I haven't gotten one coffee from you in weeks. You went to Nothing Bundt Cake without me. I already tried it, didn't even mention it. I feel like I walk into this house all the time and I see a whole case of Oreos gone. Nothing saved for me. No snack in sight. Yeah, I feel like you need to.
I can't
reflect.
believe you. Last time I brought you coffee,
Yeah, it's been a while.
it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Well,
I
feel like there's been
surprised you
4 more
unprompted.
opportunities.
Just, I was out. Let me get my sis coffee.
Yeah.
I show up. I could not have felt less welcome bringing that coffee.
You know, it's scary.
Bruh,
when
you
someone-
jumped up, knocked water over, rushed off. No, hey sis, how are you? Oh, thank you so much. It was like just straight left.
I'm like such a light sleeper in a way that yeah, that was terrifying. I'm like, maybe I should start putting my stanchions up or.
It was 10:30, 10:40
Yeah.
in the morning.
Okay.
Imagine how scared I was to still see you sleeping. Okay.
On the couch, mind you.
On the couch.
Yeah. So it's my fault you haven't got me coffee, is that what you're saying?
I mean, I feel like this is unfair because when you come over, coffee is made for you. Like it is made for me.
Yeah, the producer makes the coffee.
Yeah, but it is making both of us coffee. It's not like I'm walking in with my Starbucks. Okay.
Whatever.
This is different.
Nothing Bundt Cake.
And I know you ain't
How many
saying
times
that.
have I come in and there's crumble cookies?
Okay. Because, girl, first, what are you talking about? There's been crumble in here in ages. I'm on my 25-day challenge.
And all
Don't
the
try
times
to put
there
me on.
have been crumble.
Don't embarrass me in front of the
Would you ever
viewer.
save me any? You guys never save me some.
Okay, what about the fact that you came in with some jalapeno chips, talking about a BLT, smashing away, didn't offer me not one chip, got yourself a little Gatorade over there.
Hey, what about the time I came in with Cheetos, the jalapeno cheddar Cheetos, you said, let me have some, and I gave you the bag, and you said, and I can have the rest? Yeah, do you forget about all those times? Okay? That's why I didn't offer you a jalapeno chip. I knew one chip wouldn't suffice.
Oh my God.
You need your own bag. Should have brought you a bag.
As our listeners and viewers know, nothing is ever forgotten in this family. No one is safe. Your good deeds will never outweigh your bad deeds.
I think we should have a scoring competition of trudging up things of the past.
The record of wrongs.
The record of wrongs. And figure out who's in the lead of good deeds versus bad deeds.
I'm going to lose because I don't remember half the shit you remember.
Oh,
So
that's
you,
perfect.
you're automatically going to win.
This is great.
Because you'll be like, remember that time I brought you, Cheetos that were jalapeno Cheetos? And I'll be like,
You
oh
just
my
got
God.
I said that?
I have no concept of time to even when that happened.
Because I do it so often. You wouldn't know.
And it's like, I would never think to sabotage you that way. I'm like, you would actually be so thankful that I didn't call you up about the Bundt cakes.
Sabotaging me. No. Not thankful.
Well, how many times have you gone over to mom's house, picked up some snacks, and brought some over for me?
You'd go over to mom's house, who's walking distance from my house, picked up a snack,
Yeah.
hopped in the car
Yeah.
to bring it over to you. And you
Yeah.
could have just hop in your own fucking car and get your own fucking snacks. Midday.
Yeah, but like you're coming over for a walk every single day.
2 days.
We should be coming over for a walk every day.
So you want me pre-walk to bring you Nutter Butters?
I want you pre-walk to go over to Ma's, get us some snacks, bring them over, go on the walk. Now I treat myself after the walk.
No, that's horrible. Actually, I am doing a good job of saving you.
All right. Well,
Right.
I'm a terrible sister. You're the best.
Exactly.
Okay.
No, you're not terrible. You're just not as good as I am.
High bar.
Yeah, apparently.
You see how little my forehead can move?
I've been thinking about you all week about the Botox. Like, I'm like, man, maybe on my vision board for 2027 is when I'll start.
You know, you can throw it on care credit.
I'm not going to do that.
It's good.
But
I love financing for 6 months. It's not that expensive.
I know.
Ow. Charlie horse.
I mean, if you're only doing it every 6 months, yeah, perfect.
It is perfect.
So I've thought about what you said. Right now, I'm trying to figure out what my skincare routine is going to be.
Smart.
And like, if I can consistently wash my face twice a day, then maybe I deserve the luxury of getting Botox. But no point in preventing the wrinkles if I can't even take care of the surface. You know what I mean?
So true. Wow.
Yeah.
That is philosophical levels of deepness.
I thought you'd appreciate that.
I do. Mm-hmm. All right.
All right. Well, thanks for coming over. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, I'm so glad that we had this chat. I'm getting into Spider-Mans, plural, the 8 that exist, and the 9 that are coming into existence.
I never thought I'd say this, but I'm looking forward to the Andrew Garfield renditions because the Tobey Maguires have been rough.
All right.
I'm rooting for no one.
You're going to have to rank them when you're done.
I might be rooting for the editor of the Daily Bugle at this point because he's the only one bringing any levity to the situation, and he's pretty funny.
I love that.
J.K. Simmons, I think, is who plays him. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Okay. Anywho, hilarious. All right, well, thanks for tuning in. Stay pretty.
Stay prideful, especially if you're a Dave Enchi stan.
Yeah, especially if you're a Dave Enchi stan.
You can't finesse. Bitch, I move smart like a motherfucking Tesla. I'm clutching this Glock, do I look like a wrestler? Get put on your back, tryna act like a flexer. Hold on, wait, this Glock take him out like a date. She give me the pussy, I just want the face. Fuck her real good, put the bitch in her place. I'm high in the bitch, but my mind up in space.